Wondering what games you should play with your Player 2 on your Xbox? Wonder no more! With the Microsoft console owners in mind, we have prepared a non-exhaustive list of great titles that can be played together in a local co-op or against each other in local competitive multiplayer mode. As a side note, if you would like to see the list of games we have prepared for gamers using other platforms, the links to the PS4 and PC-oriented videos are in the description. Without further ado, let's dive in. Number 10. Gears of War 4. The Gears of War series has long been one of the main selling points of the Xbox consoles, what with it being an exclusive title and an amazing TPS with one of the best local co-op modes. The fourth installment is no longer exclusive to Xbox One, having been released on PC as well, and it offers cross-platform online multiplayer in addition to the local co-op. While the combat system is quite similar to the ones known from the previous installments, the developers have added many improvements and polished some of the more rusty mechanics, creating a thoroughly enjoyable experience for all shooter fans. Number 9. Minecraft. This game probably doesn't need introduction, but if you've never heard about Minecraft, it's basically a virtual version of Legos, focusing mostly on crafting, building, and making the open, sandboxy world of the game your own, with occasional enemies exploding and destroying the fruit of your hard work on some of the difficulty levels. While online multiplayer has introduced crossplay between Xbox and PC in 2017, local co-op with split-screen functionality is still a feature exclusive to Xbox, and it allows up to 4 players to play on one machine. Number 8. FIFA. While FIFA 19 is not yet released as of the writing of this text, it is set to come out in September 2018. And as usual, will feature a ton of gameplay improvements, as well as new leagues to choose from when compared with the previous installment. As of now, the freshest version of the football, or soccer if you're American, franchise is FIFA 18. But whether you choose 19, 18, or even an older edition you choose, you're in for cooperative ball-kicking fun at its best. Number 7. Octodad. Octodad is the story of a loving father and husband, who's secretly an octopus. To keep up the appearances, you will have to help him overcome seemingly mundane tasks, which are much less simple when your hands and legs are in fact boneless tentacles. Where's the place for co-op in that? Well, there's 2 hands and 2 legs, which means up to 4 players can share the limbs between themselves, making every task even more complicated and definitely more hilarious. Number 6. Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Unlike the first Plants vs. Zombies, which was a tower defense game, this one is a third-person shooter, allowing up to 4 players to share the screen and fight the zombie menace together. The genre change might be a little surprising, but it works, also surprisingly, quite well. The cute aesthetics are a nice deviation from the usual gritty/realistic visual style of shooter games, and the cartoonish take on violence means that even younger players can enjoy this game. This makes Garden Warfare 2 the perfect choice for parents who would like to introduce their kids to co-op gaming. Number 5. Enter the Gungeon. The Gungeon, as the name suggests, is a dungeon full of guns. Some of these guns are anthropomorphized, and wield their own guns which they will try to use and shoot you, resulting in a bullet hell type of gameplay on top of the classic dungeon crawl. You can team up with a friend in the co-op mode, trying to avoid all the bullets, but no worries, you get to wield a gun yourself as well and can shoot back at your opponents. And the ultimate reward waiting for you in the depths of the Gungeon? A gun which can kill the past itself. Number 4. Guacamelee and Guacamelee 2. The first game from the series includes a 2-player drop-in, drop-out co-op, while the sequel allows up to 4 players to fight alongside each other. A mix of an action platformer and a brawler, both Guacamelee games are heavily inspired by Mexican folklore, and have you and your co-op partners control superpowered luchadors fighting against supernatural threats. The stylized, colorful design and the tight, fast-paced gameplay allow for long hours of playing together. Be aware though, that unlike many of the positions on this list, Guacamelee features only local co-op, with no additional online mode. Number 3. Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Binding of Isaac is a cult classic and a must-play for every roguelike lover. Well, maybe not every. You have to be okay with really dark humor, grim aesthetic, and more than occasional blasphemy to be able to truly enjoy it. Things to be expected from a game about a child fleeing into a demon-crawling basement from his ultra-religious mother trying to sacrifice him to God. Rebirth allows 2 players to play in co-op mode, with one of them controlling Isaac and the other a random baby floating around the main character. The baby deals half the damage that Isaac does and has only one heart container. It's closer to a power-up than to a fully fledged player character. But that doesn't mean there isn't tons of fun to be had while playing together. With the Afterbirth expansion, the amount of players that can play together grew to 4, meaning even more floating babies to help Isaac kill demons. Number 2. Cuphead. What do you get when you mix Dark Souls, animation from 1930s, and run-and-gun platformers? You get the most frustratingly difficult and absurdly adorable indie game of 2017, which totally smashed the popularity and sales charts on release. Cuphead is hard whether you play alone or together, but they say that shared sorrow is half sorrow, so finding a friend to share the experience of dying 50 times before you finally beat a level is definitely a good idea. Number 1. Divinity: The Original Sin and Divinity: The Original Sin 2. No list about couch co-op games could be complete without The Original Sin and its sequel. While the original Sin allowed co-op between 2 players, the sequel can host up to 4 players, though you will need at least 2 PCs, as only 2 people can play on the same one, while the other 2 connected online. The most notable thing about The Original Sin 1 and 2 is that these games are as close as a video game has ever gotten to the experience of an actual tabletop RPG, down to the inter-party dynamics and possible conflict. Your characters can disagree, and the disagreements have to be solved within the game. While both of the games feature a great story to play, the storytellers and the audience will surely be happy to discover that the second game also includes a Game Master mode, where you can craft your own custom-made campaign for your players. So that's it for our list. Are you going to choose one of the titles proposed by us for the next couch co-op session with your player too? Or are we missing your favorite local multiplayer game? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for a regular dose of gaming inspiration.